So the next threshold concept I'm going to be talking about is writing is genre-based, and this was probably the hardest threshold concept that took me to grasp. It probably took me a couple class times to figure it out, really. You know, before this class, all I thought genre was horror movies, pop music, fiction, nonfiction, stuff like that, which is kind of the very basic idea and concept of genre, but really, you know, after going over a couple times in class, I figured out that genre is just like a genre is ideas and expectations geared towards a specific audience. So it's very audience based, and everything in that genre, whatever genre it may be, is going to have these similar or repeating conventions, if that makes any sense. Like in country music, you're probably gonna have some guitars, you're gonna have a southern twang to it, stuff like that. You're gonna expect it when you listen to that genre. But what I learned is that writing is also genre based, in that an email is a genre. I had no idea that email could be a genre, but it is. Think about it. You put, you know, the person's email address, you got your subject line, dear blah blah blah, you have that, and you sign out. It's kind of like a formal letter, but email can be also more personal and, you know, a little more casual than a formal letter. We looked more into genre within our field, and this was also something that was kind of hard for me to grasp. I'm like, what do you mean genre in my field? The blog post we did on writing my field really helped me to understand this as well, when we kind of had to look at different genres within our field. So mine was nursing, and we read the textbook, and what I gathered from it was, you know, for nursing, you're not really doing too much formal writing unless, you know, you might be doing a research project, or you're like in a nurse practitioner school and you're writing formal scholarly articles. I mean, that's one form, probably not the most common. The more common forms of writing in nursing, or genres in nursing, are going to be your patient discharge papers, your patient care papers, stuff like that. And at first I would never have thought of these as genres, but when you think about it, you know, they have a specific format that you're going to be expecting every time, and they're geared towards specific people. So, you know, a patient care form is going to be for other physicians and medical professionals to read and say, oh, okay, so this is what we're going to do with this patient. The patient discharge papers, yes, they're a hospital record, but they also go to the patient and say, you know, here's your new medication, or here's what you need to do after the surgery, stuff like that. So it really helped me to understand what genre was, and of course the Genre Remix project did as well, that it can be all the same information you're talking about, but it's the way you're presenting the information and to what audience you're doing that. So I think that the threshold concept, writing is genre based, really goes with that, because whatever you're writing, you're gearing it towards a specific audience, and you're writing in a specific format that they're going to be expecting.